Our old driller lies a-sleepin'. He don't know he's gonna leave. He'll wake up in the doghouse, he'll moan and groan and grieve. Well, his drilling days are over. I ain't gonna run this rig no more, 'cause he done made up his time when them blocks fell through the floor. Ain't gonna need this rig no longer, ain't gonna need this rig no more. Ain't got... Hey, how y'all doing? As appropriate for today's show, let it be known there is... What is it? Line!
Well, you could simply say it's May the 4th be with you.
No, that was the second line. What's the first line?
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is do and there is do not. There is no try.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Is that close enough?
Yeah, that's close enough.
May the 4th be with you, baby! Y'all know I was going to do that or some shit. Look at that, man. I even got me a robe here. I'll set it up, but it won't go over the cowboy hat. Just have to... I'm sure there's cowboys in Star Wars. We just didn't see them.
You can almost consider Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo. He's a cowboy. Yeah, he's a rootin' tootin' guy there in Star Wars. And, I can't wear this long because it's a little warm out here, so I'm gonna slide it off. Is it off my hat?
Yeah, it's off your hat.
And, so always remember, Star Wars, going where no man has... No, I wouldn't piss off all them Star Wars fans with some Star Trek shit.
You don't want to do that to me
Don't want to
either.
do that today. Today is May the 4th be with you, and not Star Trek Day, so I won't get them all confused. I'm not that silly. Besides that, I have a technical advisor over there as far as that stuff in Travis that lets me know exactly what's going on. Anyway, it's Friday, baby. I hope y'all are already prepared by now. We're well over a year and a half of doing this stuff, I think. Or coming up on a year and a few months.
Yep.
Y'all should have that beer on the ice before I even turned on this thing in the bud in the bowl. You could wait till I just pop my shiny face up here to spark it, but we know David didn't do that. We probably know David sparked that sucker up a little while ago. That's okay, baby. It's Friday. So spark up the bud and grab that beer out of the ice. It's probably cold by now, and I hope you enjoy your damn weekend because I intend to enjoy mine. I hope the weather's fine where you're at. It's pretty good down here in South Texas, so I'm enjoying myself. Got to get my notes turned around because we have stuff to talk about today. There's plenty to talk about. I did not get a chance to write down on my whiteboard. There's no whiteboard up there because I was down to the last minute listening to our glorious leader, Donnie the Dick, in Dallas speaking to the NRA. More on that in a little while. But I want to point out today, this is the number 3 of the 3 shirts that Stephanie Dean from Palm Bay, Florida sent us. And this is MSD Strong, baby. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all should know. It's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. And it's got a logo on the back there of their Screaming Eagles, I think it is, or of their ball team. And I thought it would be an appropriate shirt to wear on the day that Donnie is addressing the NRA on the glorious, glorious presidential tenure he has had so far. Because he really laid that shit on thick. Anyway, thank you, Stephanie Dean. She put a little note in the, or she said there was another package coming. Stephanie, you're doing, Mama said you're just too sweet. That was the problem there. Anyway, I hope everybody's here. Duncan Cunningham just jumped in, so welcome aboard, bub. Karen Cormier, we know you're up there in Maine, where it's legal. Yeah, it's not legal down here in Texas. We don't do that down here because it's illegal. And anyway, there is a lot going on today. And I want to start off with a little bit of news that was just broke today. It was a surprise. We don't know why. I'm sure we're going to find out why, because it has to do with what's recently been in the news. And that is that Dr. Jennifer Pena, she is the vice president's doctor, resigned today abruptly. Just, hey, walked in, I quit, I'm out of here. See y'all later, pack up my shit and gone. Left today. And she is the one that first raised the concerns about Ronnie Jackson taking over the VA. and some of his problems. No, it wasn't Democrats sabotaging one of Donnie's little picks there. No, it was everybody pointing out, hey, you got the wrong guy, you idiot. Didn't you look before you leap? No, he doesn't do that. Claudia Reyes, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Garcia. I seen the Reyes in there before I seen the Garcia. Anyway, we're probably going to hear a lot about that soon because it's rather abrupt. So there's more to this story about Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who is no longer the president's doctor. We all talked about that before. We knew as soon as Donnie, got that Trump crap smeared all over the doctor, well, the doctor ain't going to be the doctor no more. He's got to move on because he smells like shit. And smelling like shit, it's down here in Texas today. He's in Dallas. I knew it the minute he landed. You could smell the crap coming out of his mouth. The bullshit, the smell, the vile bile that comes out of his mouth. I could smell it all the way down here on the Texas Riviera.
He's sitting next to you, though. That's why.
Yes. Oh, did y'all notice? Look at there. Look at there. We got Donnie on the toilet right there. He's not my president. I put that right there. Now, we got this set up. Now, as y'all can see, I got problems. Because now Donnie here is getting in the way of the pet board. And the pet board has to get bigger because we've got more pictures to go up on the pet. It's a vicious cycle down here. I got to get a bigger set. I got to do something to get everything. Kenny Pick the other night when I called in to Turn Up the Night with Kenny Pick, he mentioned that he said that he saw all the stuff that our fans had sent, and I corrected him that they're family members who sent me this, not fans. They are family, baby. And but I've got so much stuff that I really... Here, Tim, we ain't got rid of him. We got him right here. The one Tim Cormal sent me, and I slap him all the time. Anyway, I got to do some more work on my set, and it's a labor of love, though. I kind of enjoy, I put the camera up and check and see how everything's going, and then when I plop my butt down, I cover up half the ship. So I got to figure other things out. I think it'll be better once we get our webcam. If we ever get a webcam, I think we'll have a little bit wider view and be able to put a little bit more in the scene. Anyway, I hope every one of y'all got a chance to listen to Neil Cavuto, Neil Cavuto, Fox News, the Fox News guy over at Fox spews bullshit and mountain. Donnie's private propaganda arm of his minions over there, Sean Hannity, the golden boy of propaganda hate speech for anything that's normal in this nation. Fran Mertznick. I'll have to read that later. That's a big one. I'm glad you're here, though. And anyway, I hope every one of y'all get a chance to listen to that. If not, look it up on the Google over there or something and pull that up and watch it. Because there's a little bit of history there. Because he came out, and I have to give credit where credit was due. He did a fantastic job of sticking it to Donnie. This is Fox News that came out. This guy is calling the president out on lie after lie after lie. He gives example after example of everything that Donnie says and proves to be a lie. What he talks about is a lie. What he insinuates is a lie. He told Donnie, he spoke to Donnie directly and told Donnie that the stink is his stink. That's your stink, Donnie. That's stinking up here in Texas. That's stinking up Washington. It's stinking up this whole country with his lies and his corruption. That's what he's talking about. This is Fox News. He went on to say, to look at the president and say, it is your swamp, Mr. President. That's right, Donnie. This swamp that you created, the one that you said you were going to come in here and drain because you thought it was so full of alligators and monsters and it was terrible. Yeah. It was a con job to get the biggest the crappiest swamp monster we ever saw in our life. The king of scum of the swamp monsters. And clearing my throat, I'm sorry. But I didn't see it live because I don't watch that filthy station. It's the most anti-American bullshit ever put on a TV.
Does that dude still have a job?
Neil Caboose. Yeah, I know. I wonder. I wonder how far long it's going to be before O'Neill finds himself out on either that. I think it was CNN reporter that said that this might be a turning point. You might see more right-wingers going after Donnie. Well, how? At some point, if it didn't start when he came down the damn escalator and said rapists and thieves coming across our borders, or John McCain is not a war hero. If that wasn't enough, it piles on. The lies, the deceit, the con jobs, they all pile on. I know the greatest people as he has to watch it one by one. They have to resign or get fired. Some of them because of possible crimes. So, at some point, the right-wing media, Rush Limp Dick and Sean Hannity even, at what point do you try to reclaim your integrity? That's not a problem for Hannity. He's making a bunch of money off of HUD. Baby, he's going to be a slumlord, baby. He's going to raise the rent just like Ben Carson said. That's what he's all-American crap station, my ass. I've said it from the beginning. I'll say it all my damn life. Fox News is the most anti-American bullshit channel that ever came on while they waved the flag and thumped that Bible and conned so many people into voting for a party that has left them by the wayside. Anyway, it's your swamp there, Donnie. Everybody smells your stink. Anyway, Rudy Giuliani came out, Donnie's lawyer, and boy, howdy shit did he stir up a squawk. Well, God knows he came out. Two major things. One, that he said that Donnie's paying Michael Cohen back for the $130,000, and he's doing it by way of like paying for a retainer for a lawyer. He does all sorts of work. Rudy Giuliani said himself that lawyers do this all the time for famous people and rich people. These DNAs, non-disclosure agreements. Well, it's just common day everything stuff that they don't bother the rich and wealthy and famous with. They don't ask them about it. They just take care of it and sweep it. Are you shitting me, you little scumbag? Is that what Rudy Giuliani does? Is that what you're into now, dealing with porn stars and non-disclosure agreements from people that get screwed by the wealthy and the famous? Is that your job, Rudy Giuliani? Because you're damn sure not caught up on constitutional law now, are you, son? You used to be a United States attorney general in the New York district, not a small job, baby. You were mayor of New York City on that day, remember, Rudy? But now what are you doing? Chasing ambulances and porn stars? Is that what the deal is there, Rudy? Because you're not a lawyer for the president anymore. What did he say today? Give him a few days to learn the facts of the case. And oh no, that doesn't matter. Rudy's got shit to say. He'll come right out there and start blabbing his mouth. What does he need to know facts for? He knows a story. A story. Huh?
No, think about it though. If he keeps blabbing like he has been, it's only going to get better.
Who?
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy thinks.
Rudy
thinks he's prime time TV material.
I mean, think about it. With him opening his mouth the way he did, Trump had to come out and say, "Yeah, there was a thing with Stormy."
Well, no, he ain't admitted that yet. I don't think. He might be still holding on to it. I don't know, depending on how Sarah Sanders.
Well, no, I take that back. Not something with Stormy per se, but no, more like him paying the money to Cohen.
Yeah,
and it's because of what Giuliani said.
Yeah. Giuliani said he's paying it back. Donnie on the airplane just the other day said, "No, I don't know where the money came from, and no, I'm not paying it back, and all that bullshit, because I can shovel shit up your ass, and you just won't know." Yeah, we know, Donnie. The world knows. You're the one that doesn't know that we know. And it is so obvious that everybody knows. Donnie, you're a con man. Oh, yeah, Rudy Giuliani's doing a whole big bang-up job out there. He was talking about, can you imagine if this story would have broke on what did he say, October 16th, I think it was during the debate. Well, wouldn't that hurt Don? Well, then it's a you did it for the benefit of the party, the Donald Trump campaign. That's why the money was paid. That's what Rudy says. Well, you can't let that out right there before the election. Are you shitting me? People won't vote for him. They voted anyway. Anyway, wait a minute. Lost my train of thought. Can you imagine if this? Oh yeah, if you imagine come out right, because that confirms that the payment was made for a political reason to keep their mouth shut so it wouldn't hurt the campaign, which I believe the law calls a contribution in kind. Donnie knew about it. Donnie's paying him back. That's what Rudy says. But wait, no, Donnie doesn't know. That's what Neil Cavuto's talking about. He lies about everything. And when you lie about, you make one lie, you have to make another lie to cover up that lie. And then the story changes, so you have to make up a different lie to try to cover up the other two lies that you did, and it just creates a mountain full of bullshit. And that's what our president sits on, a big mountain of bullshit that he can sell to ignorant people. And those are the only ones still hanging on to him, the ignorant that are too stupid to turn the channel from Fox News. But maybe with Neil Cavuto's help over there, maybe a few of them might start getting the idea that your fucking leader over there is nothing but a stinking liar. And he's a disgrace to this country. Anyway, Donnie already came out today and said, nobody wants to talk to Mueller more than Donnie. I would love to. I would love to talk to Mueller, but my lawyers won't let me. That's what he said today on his way. Nobody wants to speak more than Trump. Third person bullshit crap. He says he's gonna get he says I'm gonna get treated unfairly. Unfairly? The man has been preaching there's no collusion, no corruption, no obstruction of justice, no crimes. Why would you hesitate for a second to sit down in front of the prosecutor and answer every single question honestly? Shouldn't be a problem at all, Donnie. You keep saying you're innocent of all this. They can't find collusion because there was no collusion. Well, then you have nothing to worry about, you little scumbag piece of shit. Get your chicken shit little ass in front of the prosecutor. That's not going to happen, though. We know that. Every one of us knows he is not going to sit in front of the prosecutor for questions. He's going to force the situation for a subpoena. And then they'll appeal the subpoena. And then we'll have to wait for it to go to the Supreme Court. It's called stall and delay and steal as much as you can before your ass is run out of the house, tarred and feathered, and sent down the rail of life somewhere. Get the hell out of our... wrote a little something about when I stopped to back up and look at the big picture, and I look at all of this, the damage that he's doing to our country, to the values of our nation, to the land itself, the waters that we like to swim in. Everything that we do in this country is being impacted by a sleazeball, scumbag con man for the benefit of the rich and wealthy, for the money that they can get out of us. And that's plenty. And it saddens me. But like I said in my letter, it also hardens me. I'm not going to give up. Somebody wrote, who was it? I wrote that down. Somebody made a comment, and I appreciate that. That was Dave Webster. Dave Webster wrote, under the comments, an American family in the UK. Don't burn out, John. Dave, I'm not going to burn out. I'm not going to burn out until I see his ass out, gone, disgraced like the scumbag he is. I appreciate you so much. You know, that we have family members all around the world. There's a lot of Americans that aren't living in the USA. They have a voice, too, and they're concerned about our country, and Dave is one of them. And, buddy, I appreciate you tuning in. Nobody wants to speak more than Donnie. You lying sack of shit. That's the con. That's the con. Oh, I want to. Whew. Let me see. I got to go on to something else now. See, you get worked up about shit like that. And I do. It's no joke. I really do. You know, my heart, when I start talking about him, It really does upset me. It does have a physical effect on me. I get angry. And I control that by getting on here and turning on the camera and speaking what I feel. And there's lots of Americans around this country that are doing the same thing. They're speaking out. This is our story. This story will be controlled by the people in this country. Us, citizens that are concerned about things, that are worried about things, that stay informed. We're going to write this chapter. And it's going to have a different ending than Donnie ever thought about. I particularly hope there's a prison scene in there somewhere that we can all get a good laugh at. Like him being bent over somewhere. Anyway! There's Giuliani did another little... when he said that Donnie's been making payments, them payments to Michael Cohen. Well, they went back and looked at his presidential financial disclosure filing. There's no mention of that in there. You didn't mention it in there, Donnie, when you were supposed to, when you became the president, the big cheese, the man in charge and all that, the one in charge of the FBI and the DOJ and the EPA, and I can tell you where to swim and not to swim and what food to... Yeah, the little dictator piece of shit took over. But payments to Cohen weren't on the list there, buddy. We're all kind of wondering that. Like we wonder about the tax returns that you promised everybody you was going to do this and do that. After this happens, after that happens. It's one con after another. My lawyers won't let me do it. I'm under audit and bullshit like that. And we're still going on. Oh, it's still another bunch of con job shit. It's a con job piece of shit. Every day he is in that house, he is putting in a con job for the freaking benefit of his rich buddies. And they are profiting like you would not believe. Most in history of the world, as Donnie would say, they're getting richer more than any time at all. They're raking in the benefits. What is that? AT&T just had a big stock buyback, baby. That's right. You think they're going to put that out there as benefits to their employees? Hell no, baby. It's a stock benefit. Buy back that stock. Yep. Sell it again. Sell it again. Anyway, I got something here about Sarah Sander, the professional turd polisher. Oh, she's being questioned about her lying her ass off up there. I can't remember exactly where my thoughts were when I wrote this down, but I guarantee you that's what the question is how many times she has stood up there and lied her stinking ass off, knowing she lied. Knowing. She does not work for the president. She works for the American people. She works for the White House. She is the White House press secretary. She doesn't work for Donnie the Dick. She's supposed to get up there and tell us the truth. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say the excuse of only speaking information to the best of her ability is such bullshit.
And give you the best information that we have at the time. Tick, 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 tick. I didn't know that 5 seconds ago. Are you shitting me? She's disgraced herself just like everybody else that comes in contact with this man. It's a big pile of steaming Trump crap smeared all over you. And they're all going to have a little asterisk by their name. Every cabinet member that has to resign in disgrace. Every crook that's caught. Jared Kushner may be disposable. He's going to have a little asterisk next to his name. Watch his business go to shit when he gets out of this crap because he overran his shit. Bragged about, man, I can get this, that, and the other. What's happened when he's in jail somewhere. And that's where that boy needs to go. I ain't seen Jarrett in a while. I don't know what happened to Jarrett. Anyway. Donnie is at the NRA convention today. I'm trying to gather a thought. He's speaking for the NRA today. Still no mention of James Shaw Jr., the hero at the Waffle House. Black fella, Don't want to talk about him. We're on our way down to the NRA to pump bullshit up people's ass. I worry about the people that are sitting in the audience there today with him. I don't know what level of honor those people have anymore. The NRA has, there's some bullshit talk about going around how the NRA is taking money from Russia to funnel into Donnie's campaign. What kind of bullshit is the NRA pulling nowadays? They're a scumbag organization as far as I can see now. They're just out there for the politics, baby. The money from the gun lobbyists. Keep those guns flowing, baby. Parkland strong, man. These kids are out there protesting, and Donnie's going to talk to the NRA. Pence was there, too. That's how come I always say, don't forget that little white-haired weasel. Mama's boy, mother's boy. He's there speaking today, too. These people will sell a con job to anybody as long as it gets them a vote and $1. They don't give a shit about American values. On today, May 4th. Some of you old people remember what May 4th was? Before the Force came along, and may the Force be with you. It's an anniversary of a mass shooting. May 4th. At Kent State. 4 people dead. That's what today was. And it still is. I guess for a lot of us old folks, we remember what May 4th was. It was a tragedy that day. National Guardsmen firing live ammunition into a group of students protesting the Vietnam War. And today, Donnie's down at the NRA pumping it out how God loves guns. How God and everybody loves everybody in that room because it's your right to own them guns and God and all that shit that they preach. Oh, by the way, Donnie was claiming it's a record crowd out there today. I don't know. I was looking in there. I was commenting to Mama before he got up there. They were showing the kid. There was a lot of empty seats that I could see up there. But it's a record crowd for the NRA. And Donnie said it, and you know what Donnie means when he's talking about record crowds because Donnie can identify record crowds with his eyeballs. He can recognize how many people. It's a world record. Inauguration. Oh, I mean NRA. Or rally. It's the largest in freaking history, the lying sack of con shit. That's how he started, though, but then, he went into a little spiel about how everybody is happy about the tax cuts. That everybody's got more money in their pockets, and who is he bullshitting to? How many rich people are in that goddamn office? In that convention right there? They're the only ones really making out like bandits. The rest of us are down here still trying to scrape by, you asshole. Anyway, love and loyalty. That's what holds the Republican together. The love and the loyalty to Donnie the Trump. That's what they can. He's trying to pump up the crowd for the midterms, and he even called out Ted Cruz. I support Ted Cruz. Well, that's the biggest damn reason in Texas not to vote for his ass, him or Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz going to get his ass beat by Beto O'Rourke so bad, Ted's going to whine under a bush, whining and crying and crap. I want that disgusting car salesman out of my house down here in Texas so bad. Get his ass out.
And he's a Zodiac killer.
Travis knows because he's seen the pictures, buddy.
I've seen the pictures.
He's seen the pictures. He looks just like the Zodiac killer. By the way, where were you back then there? You know, said you was in college, but I don't know.
You may have been killing people.
I've been out there killing people. I don't know. I'll have to keep my eye open to the National Enquirer to see if there's any stories of...
You know, though, everybody in the chat made a good point, and I forgot to bring this up.
What?
NRA convention. Can't bring your guns. Why not?
I don't understand that.
Should be a safe place.
That should
guns,
be... Everybody in that convention hall should have a damn gun on them. A hidden gun. Or if not a hidden gun, they ought to have their AR-15 strapped across their back so they can look like badasses and challenge anybody to dare them to come take theirs.
We should see then at that point if no shots have been fired that day. Prove it to us, you know? Come on.
You know, skip over here because on the speaking of the gun issue, I'll go back and talk some more about this shit, but personally, from somebody who lives in Texas and is proud of my state, and I am, We have so many wonderful blue dots down here. Not all of them are on my website, but we have plenty of them in our state. And we're trying our best to turn this state blue. But while Donnie's up there rallying the crowd for these guns, that's your right to own this gun, and you're going to have to fight for your right to... He brought up our flag down here in Texas. Our come and take it flag. That flag was flown at the first battle of the Texas Revolution for independence in Gonzales, Texas, when Santa Anna's army demanded the commander of a small group of men to surrender. They knew they had a cannon. They had just gotten a cannon, a small cannon, but a cannon can do a lot of damage. And they wanted them to surrender it. And the Texans made a flag out of a lady's bridal dress, I believe it was, with the stitching on it of a small cannon, and the words, "Come and take it." It was a challenge. It was the first battle of the Texas Revolution, and we're very proud. We won the battle, by the way. They didn't get it. Nope, we kicked their ass. There was more of them than there was of us. But our luck couldn't hold out throughout history in Texas. The Battle of the Alamo showed us that. But even in our defeat, the cry of "Remember the Alamo" was heard throughout the land and throughout the world. So we rally around defeat. I spoke on that before. But it pisses me off that Donnie the dick, the coward who wasn't brave enough to serve his country, is giving a big long speech about the rights of gun owners. He went on to talk about the Paris shootings over there. The reason so many died because no good guy with a gun was there, and how they would have saved the day. He talked about London. He talked about people using cars. Are we gonna take away cars? What about knives? People over in, what do you say about London? Is a war zone with stabbings and blood everywhere. Hey, Dave, look out your window. Let me know, buddy, if you see running blood in the streets. Is Donnie telling us the truth? Because he's telling me that over in London, the blood is running. It's running everywhere from stabbing victims. Let's take away knives, Donnie says. The ignorance of it, Donnie. He doesn't know. Yeah. How many in Las Vegas, Donnie? How many people down there? How do you think? What do you tell me? If all those people down there in that crowd would have been armed, they could have all swung their guns around and pointed that way when shooting was coming, and fill that whole side of the building with bullet holes. Kill a lot of innocent people, sure, but maybe we could get the gunman. It's the ignorant mentality of these people. They want to take it to the extreme. It's not your gun. It's your weapon, baby. It's a bump stock. It's all that glorious shit they show in the movies, man. That's what they want. They want to be the hero like in the movie. They're a bunch of freaking cowards who didn't serve their country. Nope, got an excuse for that shit. Oh, I got bone spurs. I can't go because, oh, wait, tennis time. Yeah, that was Donnie. He's a con man then. He's brought up and taught by a con man. A racist asshole was his father. The son is just like the father. He's a racist con man. Oh, by the way, Obama was very nice to Donnie. Donnie praised Obama for leaving him so many empty judgeships that Donnie could fill with racist idiots that could fill the federal benches. So when people go to law court, they end up with one of these whack job judges. And it wasn't Obama's gift. It was the Republicans obstructing everything he tried to do. That was the Republican sin. That's how we come. That's how we have this hate all through our country. It was that vile, disgusting shit the Republican Party showed for years. For years when Obama was in the office. And now what do they have? They have a bunch of deplorable white supremacist neo-Nazi bullshit in their party. All by that. They're not an honorable party. The GOP is anything but an honorable party. They're coming up with a resolution to impeach Rosenstein. That's a patriotic thing to do, right? Save your congressman, save your con man president from getting indicted on criminal charges so you'll go against your own country to stop an investigation? Oh, we're the Freedom Caucus. Freedom from what? Freedom from prosecution? So you can get away with anything you want, the crimes, the tax bill that you passed, all that bullshit. It's up to us, people. It's our story. This is our book. This is our chapter, our lifetime. My life is a certain chapter of a little tiny chapter of books. We all got a little chapter. Every one of us puts a little history into it. We may not make the credits. We're not going to be the star of the show, probably. But we have a voice. And when our voices are combined, we make a majority. And our voices need to be heard. And they will be heard. There's no denying that. The more every day that listens to this, and now even Fox News is coming up and saying it, the man's a con job. He's a lying sack of shit. It's your swamp, Mr. President. That's what Neil said. Anyway, change is hard. Kat Bell, one of our admins over there at JBS, was sad today. And she said that change is not easy. But that we have to stand up for what is right and what is moral. We, evidently, the Democratic Party, the evil little baby-killing Democratic Party, has become the party of the moral majority. We're not buying into the bullshit that the right is selling. The con job that Donnie has thrown over the evangelical right. We're not buying into your story, you asshole. You're a lying sack of shit. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, did y'all see Mandy Manning? I just seen a little thing on. I thought it was great. Mandy Manning. I don't know where she's from. A little story in there. I forgot where she's from. She made Teacher of the Year, baby, amongst some other teachers, and was in the White House to get an award. Did y'all see the little video of her? I did. Everybody clapped when Donnie came up there. Not Mandy. Mandy didn't clap. He gave a little speech about education, all that shit, turned around to shake their hands. They all shook his hands except one. Mandy didn't. There on Mandy's dress were a bunch of buttons. She handed the president a stack of letters from refugee children in her class, from transgender students in her class. She gave them to Donnie. Mandy Manning is a hero for that, for standing up. She's not only she is teacher of the century. No, do not honor that asshole who is doing his best, by the way, with Betsy DeVos, to ruin the damn education system. He's a scumbag, and I applaud Mandy Manning for not shaking his hand and for giving him those letters. That's important. Will he read them? Hell no, Donnie doesn't read shit. Maybe some of his staff will, but he won't, because he doesn't care. He told us a long time ago, transgenders won't serve in the military. You scumbag, coward, draft-dodging asshole has no right to speak of who should serve this country. This country has already been served by plenty of transgenders, of gay people, Donnie, of black people, Donnie, of people who aren't even citizens of this country, Donnie. Whilst you played tennis, Donnie. I don't have it written down. Guy's name was Sergeant Cole. Can't remember his first name right now. I read a story in I get the VFW Veteran of Foreign Wars magazine every month. Anyway, the story in there was about Cole, who was made famous by a photograph on the cover of Time magazine. He was a medic in Vietnam, and he was bandaged himself. You couldn't see half his face. But he was still reaching for He was reaching for his medic bag. He was a medic. trying to help another soldier. They tried to track him down. Famous guy, famous picture. He disappeared into history. Still hasn't been found. Came home, got off the plane, and went away. That man is not fit to serve in our house. Anyway, what are y'all talking about over here? Shit, Buddy Davis? Karen Cormier, Randy Peterson, how you doing, buddy? Ted Nugent, are you shitting me? He's part of the NRA. He sits on the board, the lying sack of shit. Ted Nugent that pissed his pants to get out of service to his country, just like Donnie the Dick did. Sits on the board of the NRA. Fine, honorable people. My ass. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall, what right did he have to say about mentally ill people? His brain is fried. That guy. Iris, how you doing? You're right, baby. He's fried up in the head. Iris over in Germany, how you doing, darling? Uh-oh, you just went away. Your comment just went away, but thank you, darling, for tuning in. I got into a conversation with a little guy a while ago, Marcus Krantz, I think his name is. He's over in Germany. I was just having a conversation back and forth with him a little while ago. He tunes into the show. He likes the show, but we were getting into discussion. But he was discussing about the reality of voting, and I was talking about the duty that we have as citizens. We determine the government that rules us. We govern. But some of us have to be forced out there to vote to realize what's going on, and maybe Neil Cabuto over there will gather up a few people. Get them off of Fox News and recognize the man's a thief. Anyway. It's hot down here. I'm sweating.
You're telling me I'm wearing this damn
Yeah,
thing
he's over there wearing the Yoda thing over there. I don't know how you're wearing that thing in here.
Because it's May 4th and I'm dedicated to the Jedi religion.
He is dedicated. They are a few days away from going up to Connecticut and New York City and Maine and all that stuff on vacation. We'll be sitting down here sweating my ass off. And
yeah, they're saying they want to take me to a beach, and I said, it's 55 degrees up there right now. I don't think so.
Yeah, we were laughing about that, looking at the temperatures up there. And down here in South Texas, you go up there, it's not going to be the same temperature up there. I want him to go to the beach because it's not the same sand up there that we have down here. And I want him to see all that shit. I want him to see so much while he's up there. I want my kids to experience so many different areas and cultures they have already. And I'm proud of that. Anyway, that's about all I got today. I think I've rattled on how long now? 43 stinking minutes of dribble? Well, damn. I'm so proud that y'all have tuned in, come into today's show, come into his family. The Blue Dot family is something that I'm just so proud to hear that. Not because of anything that I did, it's because of what it represents, a Blue Dot family, a group of people that we are raising up and making sure that everybody around us is going to do the same thing. Get out and vote, baby. Be an informed voter because that's what it's all about. And on that note, I guess I'm going to let y'all go. It's Friday, baby! David?
Some shit back there.
Oh, there he is. The fourth is right behind me. There he is. That's Travis. That is my...
I told you, I wanted to show up when I had a gimmick. Now I have a gimmick.
Now he had a reason. Look at me. I'm Sandra D.
Yeah,
That's him. And I'm very proud of him.
Why?
And,
I mean, I don't do shit.
That's a good reason why I don't have to come bail you out of jail. I don't have to do none of that kind of bullshit. I love it. My kids are very, they're good kids, and I'm proud of them. They're not kids anymore. Hell, they're that's right, Val. That's my boy. Don't him look handsome? No, nothing like his daddy. Nothing like his daddy.
I can't compete. I did have a long beard at one point.
He just cut his beard the other day. It was yesterday.
Yesterday
he got up, walked in, and half his beard is gone. And
it was more than half.
More than half. He had his beard going down pretty long, but he's getting ready to go to New York and wants to look civilized up there amongst the civilization up there.
I just don't grow it as nice as Dad does. But I think I'll not cut my hair until Trump's out.
Yeah,
long hair.
I'd do that if I had...
No one's ever seen you.
I get a haircut. Yeah, some people need haircuts. Some people don't have to bother with that shit.
But you realize you're letting
I
the
do.
cat
I need
out
a
of the
haircut
bag.
around my... That ain't no cat. They've seen me without a hat on.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. And if they haven't, there it is right there. It ain't pretty, baby. It ain't pretty.
Two reveals.
Two reveals in one day. My bald head and my handsome son. So one's a whole lot prettier than the other one, baby.
No.
But looks aren't the only thing that's going to get you through life. It's it's the content of your character, and I am so confident that the character of my two sons will stand any test that's given to them, and that makes me very proud. So, what you sticking pins in Donnie back there? Hey, Tim.
Often.
Yeah.
I actually like
That
this
dog,
thing.
yeah, Travis likes that thing. Just sit over there and poke his head. Look at me, I just saw myself take my hat off. Oh, shit. What I'm seeing on my screen is a bit delayed from what y'all are seeing. Y'all are seeing live. I'm seeing about 15 seconds ago, which you think that's easy to deal with when you're trying to talk. Holy shit. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I may pop in this weekend. We'll see how it goes. I liked getting out and having the family chat about shit. Y'all can make up the subject matter, and we'll all just talk about it. In the meantime, stay focused and stay informed. Turn your blue light on, baby. That's what it is. Make them sure. Monica or Kat, somebody said they was going to put a blue light bulb on their porch.
We should have blue Christmas lights going on.
We should have. I think I'm going to
That'd be
put a
really
blue
cool.
light on my porch. I have a green one up there right now, and it has been up there for years. And that was a support for our veterans. And we've had a green light there forever, but I think I might switch it over to blue for a while. Just like the world don't already know where John Britavo stands, baby, because if they're around me, I let them know.
People can hear you all the way down the street.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I can't yell that much. They're a pretty good ways down the street, but they all know who I am and what I stand for, and I'm proud of it, and I'll stand that way any day of the week. Anyway, Donna Bonacosi, I see you out there. Tamara Harrington, Donna Bonacosi, she's up in Boston. He's flying into Boston, so he's flying right into your town. Monica, baby, we'll see you later. Mike Lang, Monica Byron's, she's another admin over there at JBS. Anyway, that reminds me, JBS, John Britavo Speaks, y'all go there, Blue Dot Family, give them a like, give a look at what they're posting over there. It's always informative. They're trying their best to keep this family motivated and informed. So I just watched one of the videos somebody put up there, and I can't remember what it was. It was really neat, though.
I don't do a lot of commenting, but I see a lot of the funny stuff they put on there, too, and it always makes my day. They got good content going in there all the time, so be sure to go check them out.
I'll get to go upstairs here in a little bit, and I'll be able to look back and see everybody's comments and everything. I so appreciate y'all participating in this. Stay focused. We have a long way to go yet, and it's not over until it's over, baby, and there ain't no ladies singing yet, so stay tuned. And that note, y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later. Bye. Roughneck paycheck, spend my dough, that's the life I live. I'd like to change, but it's too late. I know.